Okay, let's emphasize again the businesses or entities subject to percentage tax. So number one, yung mga not subject to the value-added tax system and those who are exempted under the VAT, businesses that render services in the Philippines, and those whose gross sales or receipts are less than 3 million. So isa-isahin natin sila. So based on Section 116 of the National Internal Revenue Code, dito daw yung mga businesses which are subject to percentage tax. Okay, yung basic rule natin with annual sales of not more than 3 million. Carriers, so it includes domestic and international carriers and keepers of garages. So meron kang garahe, magpapagarahe ka ng mga yate o ng eroplano. So yun ay subject sa percentage tax. Pati daw, yan, international carrier. So tingnan natin kasi ang carrier, pwede ka nagkikarry ng passengers or ng goods and services. So magkaiba ang treatment kapag domestic or international. Subject din sa percentage tax yung mga franchise grantees, yung specifically yung nagpa-franchise ng mga radio and television satellites. Pati daw overseas communication from the Philippines. Kung meron kang tinatawagan na foreigner, ayan, subject yun sa percentage tax. It also includes or covers banks and non-bank financial intermediaries, life insurance company. So, emphasize natin, ang tinutukoy lang dito is life insurance. Kasi madaming iba-ibang klaseng life insurance, pwedeng property, accident. So, ang subject lang daw sa percentage tax is life insurance. And agents of foreign insurance companies. Kaya emphasize din natin, ang tinutukoy dito is foreign insurance company, ahente ng foreign insurance companies. Amusement places. So, sa sunod kapag pumunta tayo sa mga Enchanted Kingdom, gano'n, tingnan nyo kung meron doong percentage tax. Pati daw winnings and the sale of stock or shares of stock through the local stock exchange. So first, let's discuss about those persons exempt from value-added tax. So, ang rule daw sabi sa Section 109 of the Tax Code, kapag ang isang tao daw or business is exempted from value-added tax. So, syempre, hindi siya registered under the VAT system, magbabayad siya ng 3% of his or her gross quarterly sales or receipts. So, automatic, kapag hindi ka magbabayad ng tax, magbabayad ka ng percentage tax, which is computed as gross sales or receipts times 3%. Now, yung mga cooperatives natin and self-employed and professionals starting January 1, 2019, kapag ang gross sales or receipts nila do not exceed 500,000 shall also be exempted from the 3% gross receipts. First, sa listahan natin ng mga businesses which is subject to percentage tax are domestic carriers and keepers of garages. So kapag sinabi daw na common carrier, these are the businesses engaged in transporting passengers or cargo by land, water, or air. And ang percentage tax daw on domestic carriers are also known as common carriers tax. So these are the persons who are subject to common carriers tax. Yan, keepers of garages, domestic carriers by land transporting passengers. So tandaan natin, passengers lang, transportation contractors, and yung mga nagpapaupa ng car na ang nagda-drive is yung lessee or yung nag-rent. Computation, actual or minimum gross receipts, whichever is higher, times 3%. So when it comes to domestic carriers, meron tayong minimum amount. So you can check our module kasi nandoon yung mga yung mga minimum gross receipt. And hindi daw subject ako sa common carriers tax yung owners of bangkas and owners of animal-drawn two-wheeled vehicles. So yung mga kalesa, hindi sila subject sa common carriers tax. Ang reason doon is meron ding portion sa tax code na hindi daw dapat maging subject sa tax yung mga businesses na for sustenance. So yung very minimal lang naman yung kita ng tao, wag nang i-tax. So yun yung basis kung bakit itong owners of bangkas and animal-drawn vehicles ay not subject to common carriers tax. Okay, to illustrate those concepts, we have Yvonne Transport Company, a domestic common carrier, has a fleet of vehicles used to transport passengers and cargoes from Midsayap to Davao City. So tandaan natin, ang tinutukoy dito ay domestic lang. So within the Philippines lang ang kanyang pag-transport ng passengers and cargoes. So for February, the company had gross receipts of 500,000 from transporting passengers and 180,000 from transporting cargoes. So, importante na i-emphasize natin kung magkano yung from passengers and from cargoes kasi magkaiba yung tax treatment ng dalawa. So, the question is, what is the tax liability of the company? Okay? So, to answer that, ang subject lang sa percentage tax are yung mga domestic transport of passengers. So, common carriers tax natin or percentage tax, 500,000 times 3%. Samantalang, yung for transport of cargoes, yun ay subject to value-added tax. So, in total, ang liability ni Yvonne amounted to 36,600. So, ma-emphasize natin in this example na ang isang transaction can only be subject to either percentage tax or value-added tax. Pero ang isang taxpayer, pwede siyang magbayad ng both percentage tax and value-added tax. So tandaan natin, ang isang transaction, isa lang, either percentage or VAT, pero hindi pareho. Pero so taxpayer, since madami kang klase ng businesses, ayan, pwedeng iba-ibang klase ng tax ang babayaran niya.